Won't you make me proud and make me glow?
Hiya. Good morning, ladies and gentle spoons. I am starting the day with this. Crowdfire. This is that app that I was talking about that means that I can find interviews and blogs and such, and then I can just hit schedule and it will just work it all out for me. So anything that I find interesting, it will just post it over my Twitter accounts. Great for social media if you guys are those kind of people. But now we're back in Leeds, we're back to the music. The vlogs are back being music vlogs again, I promise. I hope you still enjoy them even though they weren't like creative vlogs, but you know. I figured if you like a vlog that's a music-based vlog, you're probably going to like a vlog that's just like a normal everyday vlog. And it was down in London, it was kind of exciting trip, so I hope you enjoyed it nevertheless. But it's back to the creative vlogs, so get sharing with your music friends. Tell all your creative buddies that I am back. First I need food, I am so hungry. On, yeah. Parts. Oh, looking now, is that better? It's a bit better. So this is my corner, this is where I make all my music, and I've been in here for like 3 years, this flat. So I'm most definitely ready to move on. Hint. So I try and sit here as much as possible and literally just do that. Okay, so a tip for anybody that is a musician and watching this, or a creative person in general, use your phone. Save every idea that you come up with on your phone. Because I used to always write songs and then I'd sit there and be like, yeah, this is cool, I'm gonna come back to this later and finish it off, and I'll definitely remember that. Like, yeah, how can I forget that? And then obviously I did. So my phone is packed full of ideas. So if any of you guys want to come and write a song and help me finish off these ideas, I'm always needing an excuse to finish it up. So. The joys of living next to a Sainsbury's. £1. Cheaper than actually making a proper dinner. I would love it if you guys message down below, comment below, what is it you do as a trade? I think it'd be really cool for other viewers to see what kind of people are following this vlog. So even if it's like a one-word thing, just comment below and let's get networking.
Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on.
Payments. Done. Thank goodness. I hate that because all you do is see money going out of your account. That's all you see. And it's the worst job ever. But it's done. Okay, so the second thing today, I get asked a surprising amount. What is mixing? I'm going to answer that for you right now. Easiest way is to show you probably how I do mixing, and I'll find an example of something. When you record a song, when you mix a song, you end up with a screen that looks like this. If you're using Logic, if you're using Pro Tools, they're like the two main industry standards. Then you've got Cubase, you've even got things like Ableton, which DJs kind of use. Doesn't it itself look less white for you guys? Looks confusing, right? It's not that bad. To put it down simply, this is the audio, so that's like my voice in that one, and then we've got piano on the top one, and then drums and backing vocals. So then next down this side, you have all the effects and all the things that make a sound nice and in a certain way. So, for example, I'm going to choose something really over the top here, but something that's going to be really obvious for you guys to hear what's going on. So make it bigger. This sound here, originally it sounds like this. You can even hear somebody talking at the end of that. I've recorded that at a zoo. It was a big door closing on, I think it was like the giraffe zone at Chester Zoo or something like that. Yeah, so you can hear the people talking. So I've trimmed it down. So mixing is basically when you take that sound and you change the sound of it, or enhance the sound of it, or make it sound worse if that's the kind of sound you're going for. But basically, mixing is putting all of these sounds together that you saw here to make a song. That's basically what mixing is, and it's getting all the volume levels right so you can hear the vocals and you can also hear the drums, and the bass isn't too loud but it's there enough that you can hear it. And does that kind of make sense? So for example, this sound was actually recorded pretty well. It sounds pretty clear, but I felt like there were certain sounds in there that I wanted to bring out just that little bit more, make it sound a bit more harsh and a bit more like bang. I did this. So all the bass, I dropped all of that out, and then there's one little bit in the frequency range that I wanted to exaggerate, so I ended up with this. Also, because I want this to sound really in your face, I added what's called a spreader. Now this makes it stereo, so when you have your headphones in, I wanted to basically make the sound just on the far sides of everything, and didn't sound like there was anything in the middle, which you're not going to be able to hear. But it added a cool effect. And last but not least, I wanted this sound to sound like it was an explosion on the moon. Okay, no, that was a really bad example. An explosion in a massive warehouse. That's the impact I wanted, and I wanted it to just go on for ages. So I added this cathedral reverb. Yeah, pretty crazy. So in context, and then the song begins. So basically I do all of that with every single sound in the song, and that is mixing. If you do have any more questions, put them below and I'll try and squeeze them into another video for you. Well, I'm done. Yes, I'm done. Shout out to Z. I was meant to leave for a gig about 20 minutes ago. But the news is, Marley's bus is stuck on the motorway in traffic. There must have been an accident or something, classic M62. So the boys, I think, are already at the venue. It's only like 15 minutes from here though. It's probably the closest gig ever to Leeds without being in Leeds. Marley thinks she's about half an hour away. I'm gonna go load the car right now so that when she gives me a buzz I can just be like, in the car, go, 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 go. I've got a feeling it's gonna be one of those nights that just doesn't quite go to plan. Okay, I don't know if I'm prepared for this. I've not been to the gym today. 3, 2, 1, boop. Woo! 2 minutes, 26 seconds. This is my gig trolley. Main keyboard, second keyboard. These are my pedals and my interfaces and all my fiffy, clicky, hitty things. This is my cable box, my stand. This is a speaker and the mixing desk. The boys have the other speaker and the mixing desk. What I should do is, what do I carry in my bag? Every vlogger's doing those at the minute. Right guys, let's go load that down into my car straight away because I'm gonna get distracted with something else if not. So tonight's gig is the worst kind of gig. It's a wedding. Now wedding gigs are the perfect example of what you don't want to do. For a performing musician, I think it's kind of vital and crucial and a massive learning curve in performing. So I would always recommend musicians to do function gigs. It doesn't have to be weddings, it can be like corporate events, anything like that, but you learn so much. Time management, sight reading skills, memory skills, performing skills, how to get out of really awkward situations skills, dealing with the best crowds in the world, the worst crowds in the world, all in one gig. All of these things, like, you get every variety of performance doing these kind of gigs. But it's bottom of the list of what any musician really truly wants to do. I know there are people that enjoy it, and we're really lucky we do 90s dance tunes, so it's not like playing Valerie every weekend. But nevertheless, it's the furthest away gig to what I personally would like to do. And I know a lot of my friends, you know, it's work. We call it work. But the moral is from all of this, sometimes when you're aiming to get to a certain place in your job, there will be a crap version of that job way down the ladder. Do not be too big-headed to get on the bottom of that ladder and climb your way up. That's how any industry works, you know? But there are always anomalies. There's always these people that just go straight past us all, straight to the top. But, you know, that's life, right? That's life. So I'm going to go off and do the crappy gig that I don't necessarily want to do, but I am looking forward to seeing the boys because I haven't seen them for a few weeks. So I will catch you guys when I've got changed because that's inappropriate for the vlog. Okay, so the not so amusing news is Molly's in Halifax, which is like half hour from here. Goodness knows what journey she's having, bless her. She's still on her way, but I'm just gonna have to scoot, otherwise we're gonna be completely late. Whereas at least Marley can turn up and just start singing, whereas I've got half the gear for the band. So because I'm now like an hour and a half later than planned, I'm gonna have to do a bit of this.
Hello.
It's a man. I had to go straight to the venue, I'm sorry. But check it, guys. The sun is blaring out. Beautiful golf course. Okay, this is gonna be the quickest setup ever. We're sound checked. Check this little eating spot. The best place currently in Leeds. Although, £4.75 for a Heineken.
Every time.
I love that. You've got a long chip in your hand.
So we're sound checked, we're just going to chill and do nothing for... I say nothing for amount of time. I think we're literally playing in like half an hour.
You know, I look away.
We won't be playing in half an hour, will we?
Is supposed to be on here.
Sick.
Jeez.
Can you believe it? Can I tell a joke to your camera?
Go on.
Okay, I'm just really happy to say What time does what time does Sean Connery
Completely fine with that, Marley.
I'm going to be scratching it as well.
get to Wimbledon?
About
10ish.
I need my own.
Michael's back in the country.
Oh.
Do you need more cake?
And that's that. Gig done. Before I get talking to you, because I'm in a chatty mood, I will love you and leave you. I will see you tomorrow. Hit down on that like button if you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't. And remember, never stop creating. TTFN.